Hey, good morning, beautiful people. How are you doing? A very beautiful day, a very beautiful morning, a very good day. We thank God for this day. Everything is really amazing. Everything is really good here, and we thank God for everything. And today is on second. Today is on 17th of February, 2026. And we are going to still to check on what happened yesterday, today, and also as we proceed on. Allow me as usual to reopen the tabs because I like doing this. I'm here so that at least this is really incredible. Like, let me just open all the tabs. There are a lot of things that we mentioned yesterday. We're waiting for the market to move yesterday, but remember what really happened. We are going to see that where we went wrong, what happened, and what we are going to have like today, because a lot of things actually changed from the yesterday to today. A lot of things have really changed, and that is what we are going to check from the market. This is amazing. This is amazing. So if you are joining this for the first time, ensure that you like, ensure that you subscribe, and turn on notification bell. That is what we normally do here at the fasting out of everything. That is what we do first here. Now, yesterday we were trending count, and there are a lot of few actually bigger things that we realize. Number one, we were planning to buy, and I actually bought some of unders around this area here, which is around 5,006. But yesterday the market decided to hit the SL, that is stop loss. So out of all the days that we have been trending, I think we got the first stop loss out of 2 months, or out of 2 months that we have been trending, that this was actually the first stop loss. There were a lot of things that were not really confirmed from this market. There's some things that we realize, and we are not really going to ignore them. Number one, the pattern was very clear. Like, the pattern is good, everything is really better here, but we had two types of problem that we are getting from this market. And number one was on the futures market. Remember what we got from the gold is that the gold is really going to be like selling from where we were. If we have been comparing from the top, like, we are waiting to see the lower prices even to 4,700. And that's why yesterday we drew this line here. You see, this is spot here, and we were targeting around 4760. So that is why you see the market was indeed very selling. And the other thing is we were having so much sell orders across these areas. You can see we wrote some notes here. These are the notes that we highlighted yesterday. Number one, this is what we noted from this. Highest time frame indicate buy to 51.80. If you're trading on that one, of course, it's indicating we are going to buy all the way to 5200. Pattern confirms buy, but futures confirms sell, right? Yeah, but target for long term. So you can see on the futures market we are getting something different, and that's why we wrote it here at number 3. But remember, this is very important because most of my analysis, I always want them to be confirmed by the futures market, and that's why you see here it trapped us. But anyway, we just move with it. That is what actually happened yesterday. So analysis was really correct, and when it comes to all these things, they were really correct, but the market moved and decided to move otherwise. And now, because of how you can just see this market moving, now we are going to be moving to this level here, because you can now see the shift, and this is going to be acting as the double top that we are going to be having from this market. It's now behaving like a double top that we have at the top here. That you see now the market moving just like that. So this is very simple. That has how actually been happening to the market. So analysis for yesterday was very difficult, and we just decided to take the risk anyway. So we are going to reanalyze again and see what's a possibility for this market to move. And I'm going to really have, for example, what was violated. Number one was these trend lines. This was a violation because we were expecting when it touches this, but you can see that was really not that strong. So that was already violated, and the market started moving the other way direction. What else is really happening on this market? We'll be checking as well on the volumes to see what we have from this market. What is the likelihood of this market to just move? Because this is now the pattern we are getting. Remember me drawing something like this, very simple. So these are the point we were lighting yesterday. So this is not really valent around this area, but we still have this point here that we wrote yesterday. Those are the point, highest time frame, and you can see so well the futures we saw a sell. And you know, most of the time I always check futures. So when I see the market is really not confirming the market, I really get worried so much. And now remember, we end this region of 47.60 that we were confirming with now the futures market, and we do something just like this. This is range. This is a market that is going to behave like it is going to be ranging inside this area here. And now you can see yesterday the problem that we end, I also mentioned that, is that we were trending in the middle of the prices, like trending as the center of this rectangle, which is trending actually where the prices are right now is another problem that you're going to have. So if you're trending inside this area here at the center, it's either you are buying across this area or maybe you are selling towards this. So this is a choppy market. This is a ranging market that is actually moving. More so if you are going to touch 47.60, where this market actually might touch before in the next, like, let's say not even 10 days, because gold can achieve this in a very short while. We can actually achieve that in a very short while. That is for the gold. So in the pattern side, you can see now how the market has actually resumed to move all the way just down like this, and now the possibility for others to move to this zone here. We're going to see where most of the orders have actually been placed, and we're going to even to advance that. But right now you can see the market is moving up, and we want to find out where is the likelihood for this market to move, like where is the prices really moving. So ensure that if you are moving, if you're watching this, ensure that number one, you just like this, and also leave a comment down below. It's going really to help us. So ensure that you just do that. Click the link below, click that like button. And also I end some announcement to make, because from today we'll be doing lives at least 3 days a week. We'll be doing 3 days a week, so that I stop sharing multiple links, and so that we can have something different, and also to preserve my energy. To preserve my energy, and a lot of things that I realize is really costly and time consuming. When we are doing live every single day trading here, it's really live consuming. So every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, the Monday we do the weekly analysis. On Wednesday we are going to follow up, and on Wednesday we are going to close and analyze what really happened. So those are 3 days of the week that you're going to be doing analysis: Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So it's really going to be amazing. We start with Monday, analyze what we expect from the week. Wednesday we look on what our entries is market, and all those sort of things. So we are going to arrange them so well, and we are going to be here, and this is really going to be amazing. So you can see this pattern, and there's a line we drew yesterday from our drawings, and we said, what if this market is now going to be moving like that, and the next target we might be having is this, because already the goal was achieved here. So that was really the problem that we had. The market and achieved the goal, of which was this area here, this region that we have, and now we have something like here. So if you look on this market, it look like this end, shoulder, and this is another shoulder here. And of course, when you see something like this, of course the market drops, it moves down. Now I'm waiting to see at least this price is now moving all the way down to this price. So of course we're going to be getting that. But if we move, let's say from 1 hour time frame, what are we going to be checking here? is very simple. We look for where the prices and tested before, like the support, the previous support that we earned from this market, of which actually take acts with a maximum, let's say around this area here, where we have these prices there. So this is around 40, there is around 35, around 35 40. This will be incredibly nice for the selling point, and then we'll be focusing, I'll be focusing towards this area here. But we're going to be looking in terms of other things on where the market is projected to move, because that's important as well, and that will give us the clue on where the market is just going to be moving. So 1 minute. Now the price is coming to our place where we're waiting for this prices now to touch, which is this region. Yes, so that is actually going to be our entry. We are going to find an entry at the top here, the top. So we are going to find it here. This region is really going to matter a lot, so might be finding good entry at the point, which is absolutely 30 something, which is 35. Yeah, from 35. So from 35 there we'll be looking for a good entry, and I'm going to start now selling from that area, from 30. So once we get from that here, I'm going to start selling it. So that's going to be one of the entries that you're going to have as you're waiting for the prices to come up. We are almost there. You can see actually there are so many people who have owned us around this area here, so it's really amazing. Unless maybe those owners get absorbed, but we are going to enter with them. But if you're comparing to this market, we are really down. Like the market is heading down. This is what we call a P. This is what we call a P. This is a P. Let me just draw a P. So we're still waiting to see price is up, and then we are still checking the best entry point. So this confirm in terms of structure, this really confirms it, but we want to see whether the volume confirms it, and as well on the feet, a lot of things we really want to have for these best prices. We want to have good entry here, short term or long term, maybe scalping and all that. So this area is really going to matter a lot. So this is known as P. I'll check something here. So now you can see the prices have really moved all the way to the top. So that is what you are getting from this. That is what we have. But I'm going to talk about this P, like this P that we have here. Can you see this P? This is the P that we are talking about. This P matters a lot. This P here. So you can see this is P. So there are so many things that we learned from the P. Number one is that actually there was a liquidity sweep. Number two, there's a stop and below lows, and there's stop reversal support. That's why now it's giving us some complications here. That's why I'm just waiting. But you can see the prices are trying to reverse from this corner here. So this is not for holding long, because number one, you can see all these bigger volumes are really concentrated at the top here. So now we are going to see like the prices moving here. Let's now people start building towards the downside all the way to down here. That is what we can really get. But at the moment you can see we have all these volumes here, and that means the prices are really going to be attracting all the way to the top. But on this you can see how the prices are really moving on the lowest time frame. Let's even move to 15-minute time frame. You'll see it clearly. Or now we are getting to reactions of the top here. For example, this I want to move to what we call now like scalping, like scalping, just as a bit by bit of this, because already the market has not touched our region here. We need to touch this, and now we want to see how the market is really going to react across this area here. So we are moving to 36. So around this area where we have this zone that located, let me show you here. Let me show you quickly on how the market moves, how the market is going to react. Yeah, like that. Up. I hope I can be. Yeah, now see how the prices are really moving. So on the lowest time frame, that is for like, let's say scalping, then expect at least 21, and then 21 just moving up. Remember, this is a spin trading. In case you're on the spin trading, I hope you can see the candles here and how the market is really going to move up. just like that, and move all the way to the top. So this is it, and it's really going to overwhelm this. After this big move here, after that we have gotten here, then the price is really going to move, and when we approach around 35 again, the prices are really going to react from that level. So that's what you really need to know from that. But what happens to this market is giving us two vibes, and that's why this is really important. And there are two things that this is giving us, and let me show you something here. Around this corner here, you can see when we go to the top, we have different now you can see what we are getting from this market. This is what you see now that has really happened. So I wanted you to place a buy across 22 here, and now as the prices now approaches this zone, so when you see the 35, the prices are really going to react again, because the market is really going to react towards the downside. If you're watching this, ensure that you like this live and leave a comment on the chat, so that is really going to help a lot. That is what you're having. So yesterday was not really, for those who are late, yesterday was not really good. I think the market hit the stop loss. There are a lot of things that we really learned yesterday, and that's why we hit the stop loss. It's actually a learning process. I think that was the first stop loss to hit after 2 months of live trading. It's been really amazing. So we need to be very cautious about this. Now the next target I'm waiting to see the prices coming all the way to 35, all the way to 35, all the way to 35, all the way to 35. So I'm just giving you a clue on how the prices are just reacting as we are moving up. There's also something I really mentioned from this, which is very important, and one of the things that you really need to know. Let's mention it as the price continues to form this on the volume profile. When I put something just like this, just giving me, let me even remove the values. I don't think they matters to me right now. Those values extent, divorce test, visibility, this don't really matter. Statistic. Okay, let's delete that. Testing. Amazing. So you see, this is P, that's P, that's P. That's P that we have right there. So you can see that's P, and P means that so far on us at the top where we are just have this market, and now you can see all these things. Now that's why you can see now this market actually might be pulled all the way up, and now this is what we call now the liquidity sweep. A liquidity sweep happens where the stop losses are hit, but there's a difference between liquidity sweep and the liquidity grab. There's something happening. Let's just move quickly and check as we keep mentioning this. So still we are up there. The price is at 21. So on terms of scalping, what I do, I just come and I just do something like that. I just put a small scalp just like that. This is for some few dollars move that we are going to get right there. So I'm waiting still to see this market, this candle moving after this. So after from this area here, so I'm still expecting to see these prices moving all the way to the top here, which is this area here, which is around 35 for this 49.35. So still expecting those prices to move there. 45. You can actually on the scalping side, maybe we can just be moving just like that to see on a small analysis and see, yeah, we can see that one. So anytime you see the market just breaking over here, so those are small analysis that you can really do. So in case you see the prices breaking through down 17, that you know that you are wrong about that one. So but at this level, from this area here now, I may be expecting the prices to at least move up. Let's wait and see. Because if you're seeing going to see 16, so this is small one, because it's at really a small distance, just a small distance. You're waiting for the market to move in terms of scalping, and the goal is around 35 here, where we can actually form another high just like this. So I'm waiting to see. The market has not achieved 100% target that I'm waiting for to the top, even before we see another reaction, because of course when the market is going to react at the top, we are going to see the reaction at the top, how the market is going to behave across this area here. The reason this market is going to be pulled up, but the structure is showing us different. Of course, when you use different confirmation, you're going to see the market reactions on different areas, how the market is going to behave on different areas, because of different confirmation that you have, and not all confirmation are really going to be that correct. Confirm everything is not really going to confirm one move. Sometimes you're going to get different data, but the most important part is, are you getting good move? Like, are you getting this clearly? At least, do you have at least 3 confirmation? Do you have some few confirmation that you have for this market? Yeah. So on the scalping side, waiting to see this price is 5 minutes. So this candle is going to close. Another one is opening right now. So I'm expecting now this candle right here to move all the way to the top. I'm waiting for it to move all the way to the top. This is supposed to be here. That will be perfect. Yeah. So I'm waiting this candle to move up, but the last price 23 here. So 23, you can start exiting the market from there. Some few coins. Yeah, but 17 is going to be something else. But remember, there is something we call liquidity sweep. So if so many people are really going to be entering across this area, of course, expect maybe there can be liquidity grab, where the market can just gain the liquidity grab here. You placed your stop loss very, very, very close here, and then you just get hit. We are up. The market is really up across this area now. You can expect something just like that to happen. Look at that. A rejection towards this area here. So once I see this 25, 25. So you see those kinds, you don't need a lot of, you don't need, like, sometimes we can decide that you don't need bigger pips for you now to scalp. You can just, for example, enter around this area here, like the way we have done this. I was expecting from 19, you close in the next $6, and that's really okay. Even if you use 0.1, that was actually $6, and you can see actually how the market has just moved just like that. It's just simple. $5, $6 are actually enough for scalping, just like the move we got right there. Just the move like we got there. Now the market is really back again to that level. Oh, I'm trending here, but I'm not showing the screen. What is really happening? What's happening? I'm going to show my screen. So I actually opened another one here at 19 and then closed at the top around this area here very quickly, very quick. So those are some of things that I've done there. Let me see, there's another one I just opened right away, so let's see, but I'm going to put it the stop loss 12. That's going to be 12 because I know there can be sweep across this area here before the market gains it. So around down ones here, it's going to be tricky. So that is the second entry that I'm having here, but of course I'm looking it at the top. Looking at this candle and now we are getting rejection, we might be shifting direction, but I'm still waiting to see that. So in case you see this candle is going to close in the next 2 minutes, because this is 2 minute time frame, and you're going to see something just like that happening. So let's wait and see, just 2 minutes. This is a second entry that we are having on this. I think because that candle has already moved, I'm going to close mine. Look at that. Now the reason I've closed at the top here and some few dollars is because now this candle that we're going to open here, you can see the market has closed slightly below this, and I'm really fearing that this market might move to 14, like this 14 that we have here. This 14, this area here, this is the next goal. This is next goal. That is for short time. Remember, this is just scalping, so this candle might be coming all the way to this area here, and this is actually for the people. This is for people who decided to have this such entry. This is really quick. We are doing things quickly here, and then this is for people who probably bought this area here and decided to put it at the top. So what the market is going to do is going to hit this stop loss, and then so that they can gain the momentum towards the up one, and there is going to be a very weak candle just like this. So this likelihood we are going to touch here, which is around 13, 12, around 12, just say 12 quickly, just like that, and then we just move at the top again. So around 12 there, that is what we might be getting from the market before it proceeds to move. So let's see around here. So you can see how these candles are forming very quickly, and now maybe before we touch this zone that I'm expecting, this market right there. Remember, don't put the buy limit on us at that top, so but in case it just get violated, so we just wait the prices to just come. Don't put buy limit on us. Sometimes the market can hit your limit order, buy and proceed to move down. So the scalping, you need to be very careful here. There are a lot of things when it comes to the scalping. Even the DOM just can help us just like that. So remember the prices that we have talked about on the gold and the areas that we are still waiting to see. That is 35, a reaction out there, and then you're going to observe on how the market is going to behave towards that zone. So remember that zone that we have drawn there. I want to check it on this place here. So see what do we have. What do we have? 49.06. Why is 06? 06 here. Yeah, so now that, okay, let's find let's see on the 1 hour time frame what this thing are really doing as we wait for the movement. Yeah, so that's the reaction we're waiting to see. So you see this top here, that is what you are waiting to see. The price is around 35, and then we're going to have another reaction towards the market as the price may now try to come all the way down. But the problem that we have is actually here, because like we have so many orders at the top. That's another problem that we have across all the way to the top. Yeah, but the pattern just confirmed it. It's only that I don't think we can really move so far ahead of these orders that we really have here towards the market. So maybe it's still going to be very slow for this market to break down towards this area, and if it's still going to happen, it's going to be very fast, and then the market will pulled again up by the buyers all the way to the top. So still we put this area here valid until these prices touches the movement there, and then we just confirm what is happening there, and then we are back. This is incredible. So if you're watching this, ensure that you like this live, ensure that you subscribe if this is your first time to join us. We are going to be doing live every Monday, Wednesday. So generally what we're going to do, we are going to have Mondays for analysis. We check different pairs and the movement is going to be making. On Wednesday we can scalp on Wednesday, and on Friday we can just reanalyze everything, what happened to the market, count, and even we make some withdrawals for the week. So we are going to have those very big days. I think that will be very manageable. That will be very manageable for us to absolutely just do that. It will be very manageable. It will be very simple. What we are doing here is just like a small scalp that's happening to this market, something like this. See what we are expecting here, just a small move across this point, and I'm expecting these candles to touch at least this area here before we jump up all the way up, and that is around 12:10. So once we touch that one, the market continues that way. 35 is going to be the next target, a small buy here. So remember, when you are scalping, you can target small pips. Let's see, $2 move. Let's say gold can move $2, $3, $5. Then I think you're going to go when you actually do that, something just like this, what is happening here. So this is what you're getting. Already capture into entry. So when the market touches that region there, we are going to have a small entry. I'm going to have a small entry. Actually change the mind. I changed the mind there because that's crazy. Let me move it. So we are moving to space slightly here. Let's say 10. Yeah, between 10. So around 10 here. So I have $7, and then once we touch that, then I move it. So that's perfect. I think that is the same thing I was looking at here on the DOM that we have. So weekly 49.29. Okay, 24, 25. 77, 24, 25. Yeah. Okay, I see. That is the downside. Let's see whether I'm going to get. Sometimes I need to talk to myself like that. So in order maybe to derive the prices on what I expect from the market. So I'm going to wait for that area to get hit, and then we proceed maybe to find a small entry there. So we're waiting for 35. So when the price comes to 35, we are going to also react across that area because it's really important as well. Let's see what we get. So that is what is really happening to these prices here. So we keep observing as we are waiting for the prices to come at the top there. So let me move. Remember, our target is 35, and I want to see these prices stay below this trend line here, and we push these prices at this level. But with this candle that has closed here, we might actually be moving all the way to the top 27 here. But remember, the goal is 35. Yeah, so let's wait. Give me one. Oh yeah, so we're getting these troubles. The prices is still moving. We're getting rejection here. This is really handing up. Yeah, still the goal is at the top. Let's see. So the market is about patience. So the patience matters a lot when you need that. Like you need that in the market. Let me make some withdrawals here. This is just lower time frames. Remember 10 here, the price is actually might buy when we come to this level here. A good buying point when the price lowers to 49.09, all the way down here, all the way down to this place. We might be coming when we just touch this. The market now may start moving to the top again. That's what we're waiting to see. These prices. Guys, I'm losing the network on the process, and I think I have a problem of network. I have network problem. So our goal is to trend on 1 hour time frame. That is what I want to make this clear on. I want to make this clear. So our goal is that we're just waiting here is scalping. On the scalping, you just come. It's not just trending every second. So sometimes the prices are not going to be the way you want. You just have to wait. These candles are really aligning so well, and the goal out of 5 here, once the prices touches there, it's going to be a very good opportunity for us now to find some other good entries for either buys or sells around that point. A lot of things are really going to happen. More of shorts around that area, that zone there. But also there's another opportunity in case this price is short all the way down to 4,900. In case the prices touches 35, of course we might be getting also the lower prices coming there. So the market as it didn't moved up, so may not be going there. After that, let's see what the price is going to be touching. Yeah, 2028. 28, that means on the lowest time frame. As market cross this, because I don't want this to cross it. Actually, we are very near, because we are 16 near to the point of 10 here, so we were very close. That area here, I'm expecting at least this prices not to move above that before we touch 10, in case, yeah, so that is going to be important. So I was making a withdrawal right here. So been making withdrawal here. Your withdrawal request has been submitted. Yeah. So at least now the withdrawal has been submitted. So we're waiting for FXPesa. 27 is really let's see, around 49, 29 here, this 19 and this zone here across. If we can focus, like this is scalping, but we are focusing on smaller moves as well. And I think we need to generate a bolt. Can we try to generate a bolt that can actually execute these orders just like this, like very fast and but the point? And they really execute these orders based on the candlesticks. Number one, like this area here, you see, for example, this market is coming to around 24 again. The market bumps up. something just like that, very simple. So I think at night, maybe around 8 p.m, I think I'm going to do it, maybe with this today. I have some bot as well to test, so I don't know how we're going to be doing this, but I'm really planning so that we can just do this amazing thing. Yeah, look at this 24 here, and then you see you've already touched 24 and the price is really jumping up, so that is what you're getting from these prices here. So you can move with the prices, but at least knowing where the market is moving. In this case, we have the goal of 35, where you're going to think this is the destination. So as long as you have the destination for the market, then at least that is really going to help a lot. Now the market is hitting very slow right now. We're not really that fast as expected, but I'm still expecting it once the upper sign there. So you can see the market is at that level towards the lower time frame. We are going to see the market reacting this candle around that level here. Yeah, but at least 19 here is the most important part. This does not really matter. 19 here. We see, can you see that we have not really broken this area here? That has not been broken. It's acting like us another area here. So there are a lot of things that normally happens to trade prices, and we can scalp multiple times. We can find like 20 entries per day, 20 entries each day, like you can find entries. Sometimes they can be very fast, let me show you here. Let's press come to, let's say 19. This is amazing. So you can even focus on $2 move, and you can have like multiple of them, but just focusing on small move, and you need to be very fast. So I don't know whether the bot is really going to work for us. Maybe the time will be generating it, but we are going to use AI. So those are some of things that I'm planning maybe for us to have in the coming live session that we'll be doing, and I think we can be planning to do this. So you can see the price has touched 19, is it 19 there? So that's big, that's bigger. Yeah, so like where the market actually comes and test the region just like this in terms of the candles, we put an AI trade in a very simple way, and then of course we see how the market is going to react on those areas. So this candle has formed on that level, so there are a lot of things like a reaction towards this area here where we have this candle, we have another big move like this area here, another one here. So those are the areas that really matters to the market. There are a lot of things that we'll be talking about specifically when we're dealing about the progress. So around this time, around that time, it's going to be very important. It's going to be very important. So this is where we have the POC. You can see mini sell orders here, and the market jumping all the way to the top from that area here. So in case maybe you enter some of the positions just like this, a few $60 move, like the profit here, then $60 profit just closed, that's like that short, and this is really going to be incredible. So you can see how you can just spot this very quickly. 60, you gather 20, 30, $60, and then you are gone. Just some like entries like that. So those are the moves that I'm really focusing on. $20, and at the end of the day you have 10 entries, but best because as swing traders you can actually have one entry maybe running throughout 3 days. This is scalping just like that from 22 to 25. You are good to go. So that's what we'll be focusing on. Maybe we can create a board together here and you realize how easy it is to achieve such result. Kindly follow me and like and subscribe and turn on notification bell, because I really need us to build a team that is like, you're not going to be buying a lot of useless things out there. I want you to be smart enough, like I'm going to show you how I have all those people you have heard talking about the bots out there. Any kind of bot you have heard, any name that you have hand out there, I actually have those both of them. So we are going to create here, we are going to come live here, and I prefer doing this especially like 8 from 7 p.m. there onwards, like at night hours. Then we can just analyze and see, are these both really working, something to see whether they work or it's just a scam. And then we can try to create ours from the scratch and put everything that you want, because it's very easy with the technology of AI. And I know so many people are, you can use ChatGPT and it is very easy. You can create your bot right there, right? Yeah, so you can create even your own AI, so using the bot. So I'm planning to do that, and I don't know whether you're going to help me on that. So around 8 p.m tonight on Tuesday, 8 p.m today on Tuesday, join us live. We are going to try and create a bot together. 8 p.m tonight, 8 p.m East African time. Not even 8 p.m. Can we do it 7 p.m? 7 p.m. East African time, we go live and try to create a bot. A bot is the one can execute this on us for you. So I'm going to try and set everything up. We test the bots that I have, the bots that I've created right here on the YouTube, and then just join us. 7 p.m. Put the alerts on your phone, put an alarm. 7 p.m. you are ready and set, and you're going to be doing this here together. Thank you so much, guys. We'll be focusing on 35. I have some things to run, and remember now the live will be doing it from Monday and Wednesday and Friday. So those 3 days, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. This will help us actually not to do this because it's really exhausting to do the live every single day. Yeah, so at least now 3 days, and then at least from 7 p.m. there will be doing another live for board creation, and because I normally also have classes to teach people as well on that, so it's really going to be amazing on that. Kindly help me, follow me on YouTube, on TikTok. I am releasing some educative videos right there. Follow me on TikTok as well. I'll see you on the next video, and see you again tomorrow same time. Bye bye.